Okay.
We're Let Us Eat. I'm Chris.
I'm Alexa.
And I'm Samira.
And the focus we had for our project was hunger in Ohio.
In the United States, there are 16.2 million children who are food insecure. In El Paso alone, there's 135,000 children and 85,000 adults who are unable, or women-born people who are unable to consistently access nutritious food necessary for a healthy life. An important component to a healthy life is nutrition. And from birth, the intake of vital nutrients is essential to the growth and the development of a healthy individual. Good nutrition is important in establishing and maintaining good foundations which have implications on a child's future development, including physical and mental health and academic achievement. Insufficient nutrition puts children at risk for illness and weakens their immune system. The immune system of children is especially vulnerable to nutritional deprivation, and in effect, their ability to learn, grow, and fight infections is adversely affected. Although food deprivation is harmful to any individual, it can be particularly devastating among children due to their increased vulnerability and potential for long-term consequences. And food insecurity causes a number of mental health and human behavior issues such as anxiety and aggression. It's also correlated with slower developing social skills. Children from food insecure households are most likely to be behind in academic development compared to other children. And this ultimately makes it hard for them to reach the same level of development as their food secure peers. This graph shows worldwide the leading causes of death. And as you can see, hunger is the most prevalent one, more than heart disease, tuberculosis, and road traffic accidents combined.
Okay, so when we were brainstorming community needs, I remembered this one time when my family and I visited Krispy Kreme's, and it was pretty late, it was close to closing time, and there was still a lot of donuts left, and my dad asked the individual helping us what they did with the leftover donuts, and they said that they threw them away. And I mean, although donuts aren't the most nutritious thing that the food bank would like to receive, this problem is prevalent in most restaurants. That at the end of the day, most restaurants dispose of their unused food. And this is an unfortunate problem and an unfortunate waste of food that can be put to better use if donated to the 135,000 hungry children and 85,000 hungry adults. So our goal then became to find out why restaurants weren't donating their unused food. So our first step was calling various food banks in West Texas and visiting the food bank here in El Paso to find out more about how the food bank works and why there's a lack of donations. And what we found is that the food that's donated to the food bank is distributed to the people through various partner organizations like the Salvation Army, churches, and rescue missions. And we also found that the food bank receives the most donations in November and December, so during the holidays, during Thanksgiving and Christmas, but not so much the rest of the year. And the main reason for the lack of donations, not just for restaurants, but in general, is an unawareness that there's a constant need for donations. As for restaurants, the primary reason we found that they don't donate is that they are unaware that they are not going to be held liable for the food that they donate, and the Good Samaritan Act ensures that. So the food bank, they look over the food that's donated with their salvaging license, and that ensures that the restaurant is no longer held liable if someone were to fall ill. And another reason that restaurants don't normally donate is there are many rules and regulations to follow when donating unused food. So we approached several restaurants with the idea of donating unused food, but they didn't seem too willing to consider our proposal.